All right, Treagles, what's happening? So it's here, it's now, it's game day.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, fucking in the ball! Yeah! Oh my God! What a goal! Yeah!
Given a penalty. I think that's got to be the softest penalty given in history. Never known a game where we've dominated so much possession-wise, but just no killer finish from us. We've made hard work of this whole game, and now we've thrown it away.
All right, Treagles, what's happening? You know I love a midweeker. It's here, it's now, it's game day. We're home for this one. We're off to the Hive. It's Barnet v Havant and Waterlooville. How many more teams are we going to play that keep changing their name to avoid the tax man? To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised TK's not clocked onto this little trick yet and changed Barnet's name. You know he loves to save himself a couple of quid. Anyway, that's enough of chatting bollocks. Let's get into the football. I can't even do it, man. Laughing. So Havant and Waterlooville were champions last season of the National League South. They finished first, obviously, because they were champions. They played 42 games and winning 25. They drew 11 and they lost 6. They scored 70, conceded 30. They gave them a goal difference of plus 40, and they ended on 86 points. And they won the league on goal difference. We know a thing or two about goal differences, don't we? Fucking score more! They currently sit 21st, and their last 5 games have been 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses. You want to know who the manager is? Lee Bradbury is the gaffer in charge of the Hawks. Sounds like an ice hockey team. And he's been in charge since the 9th of October 2012. Not gonna lie, can't find anything regarding his win percentage. Want to know who their danger men are? Number 10, Nick Kabamba, who leads away with most goals with 5 and 2 assists in 12 games. Number 8, Theo Lewis, who leads away with most assists with 3 and 2 goals in 11 games. Now, the last meeting between us two, funny enough, was on a Tuesday night as well. Back in 2001, an FA Cup replay. Barnet winning 3-0. Hey, Wayne Purser. Ooh, ah. I want to know if you score a goal. And he managed to bang himself an hat-trick that night. So, let's get to the grounds. Let's get some team news in. Let's get 3 points. And then let's get the fuck out of town. Fuck you, Havant and Waterlooville. You 2 team wankers. You're both shit. So you thought you'd decide to merge with each other to become one team. And try and take on the world. Fuck off back down to the coast. And use your big toe as a fishing line, you bunch of wankers. Come on, Barnet!
Starting 11 for Barnet is in for tonight. Same formation, 3-5-2. And we're starting with Mark Cousins in goal. Shay Alexander as your right fullback. David Zatonda as your left fullback. Your back 3 tonight, Craig Robson, Dan Sweeney and Zach Jules. Your flat 3 midfield of Jack Taylor, Charlie Adams and Wesley Fonguk, who's just been called up to the England C team. Congratulations, mate. And up front, Shaq Coulthurst and Josh Walker. And this is Havant and Waterloo's starting 11. To be honest with you, you're a pub team, but at least you've done a bit more graphics with your starting 11 than most teams in this division, so...
Oh my God! 6 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Jules had about a 40-yard run, plays through Josh Walker, nice little ball, and he's knocked it wide. It's probably harder to miss than it was to score. Jack Barton would have scored that, just saying. 11 minutes in, we've just been given a penalty. I think that's got to be the softest penalty given in history, and it's for us as well. Shaq to take. Yes! Shaq converts, 1-0 Barnet. Just gone 25 in, we're still leading 1-0. Dominated, just no killer finish from us. We've literally cut them open like a hot knife through butter. Josh Walker had a chance, went wide. Just that killer finish we are still lacking. 5 to the half, still leading 1-0. I've never known a game where we've dominated so much possession-wise, but just no killer finish from us whatsoever. Half-time here at the Hive, it's Barnet 1, it's Havant and Waterlooville 0. I've never known us to dominate a game 45 minutes while playing Sunday League football. How are we not out of sight in this game? Let's stand to the finishing, clinical finishing. We've opened them up at the best of times. No end product. That's what's done it for us. Havant and Waterlooville were nowhere near in this game. I don't know what else I could say. Second half coming up. 50 minutes in, it's still 1-0 to us. We made a change at half time. Sweeney come off for Boucard. Boucard has now gone down injured. Just made his debut for us because he got injured in pre-season and now he's gone down holding his leg. What is going on with these injuries? Is it another player that's been rushed back too soon? 60 20 minutes in, we're still leading 1-0, but we are inviting so much pressure onto us now, and we've made all 3 subs. 20 minutes to go, Barnet's 1, Havant and Waterlooville 1. And that's what happens when you invite pressure, you don't take your chances and kill off game. We've had a throw-in pretty much on the edge of their area. They've managed to clear, take it all the way down our end, slot it in the bottom corner. Only got ourselves to blame. It's it now! Fucking hell! About 12 minutes ago, still 1-1. Shaq's through, pretty much one-on-one with the keeper. Takes too long to take a shot. In the 80th minute, it's Barnet 2, Havant Waterlooville 1. Shaq's made up for the earlier stallment, putting us 2-1 in front. Into the last 5, we're still leading 2-1. Whatever the outcome of this result, we've made hard work of this. Into the 90th, still leading, just added on 4 minutes. They're throwing the kitchen sink at us now. Literally, it's all out attack. Every time we're just lumping it out. There's no outlet. It's coming straight back out to us. We're putting ourselves under pressure now. As soon as I say that, we gave away a free kick on the edge of our area. They've scored from it. Barnet 2, Havant Waterlooville 2. We've made hard work of this whole game, and now we've thrown it away.
So the game finished Barnet 2, Havant and Waterlooville 2. Well, that was a load of shit. How many more points are we going to throw away against pub teams? We dominated that game for at least 90% of it, and we ended up throwing it away. Yet it's the same old story like it has been for the last 2-3 seasons. Can't kill a game off, can't keep a clean sheet, can't take our chances when we've got them, and we only have ourselves to blame. And I've always said it, when you're 1-0 up, the other team's never out of the game, and Havant and Waterlooville was never out of it. Fair enough, possession-wise, we controlled the game, but all they was doing is plodding along. They was never out of the game. So if they ever got a chance, they would take it, and they did. They had 2 opportunities and they scored from both of them, and that was the difference. When we was 1-0 up, they weren't out of the game, and even when we went 2-1 up, they was never out of the game, because it's Barnet Football Club. I know what this team is like, and we've sat back yet again and invited pressure, and I don't understand how we're doing this. We didn't look like we really had a game plan at all in the second half. All we was doing was just lumping it. It's not, again, a knee-jerk reaction. It's just me being frustrated with watching what I see week in, week out. Yes, we've only lost 1 in 8. I get that. We did go 500 bounce winning. I get that as well. But what I'm looking at is with the talent we've signed. Fair enough, we had to sign a brand new team. Most of the guys have already played in this division, and some a bit above. Yet we're struggling against teams who I personally think we should be destroying. We haven't had a decent game where we've blitzed a team 4-5-6-0. I know we can keep going on and on about the injuries, and yes, we got a few more last night as well. It just really feels like it's Groundhog Day regarding all these injuries and all these results all the time. But if being honest, I think you got it wrong, John. I know your hands are tied with what injuries we've got, but some of the decisions you made regarding the subs and why Barham's not playing as well, and I'm not just sticking up for him because I sponsor the guy. The guy's goal scoring record says enough. He didn't bang in all them goals for no reason, so I don't know why we are not starting this geezer. We have fit players available, yet they can't even get in the team. What is the point of keeping them around? If they cannot fit into the formation that we play, pay them off. If they cannot get in the team now, when we've got about 90% of the players out injured, get rid of them. We've got to dip back into the loan market again. We have to now. More emergency loans have got to come in. Saw Sweeney after the game walking on crutches. Fuck knows how long he's going to be out for. Came off at half time and Boucard came on. Looked like he was carrying a rubber ring around him when he's playing football. Makes his debut for us in the last 5 minutes. This is the thing. This is where we're getting frustrated, right? And this is a question I honestly want to be answered. Was that injury down to him not warming up enough? So he's obviously strained himself, whatever, he wasn't ready. Despite that, he's been training 10 days. Was he rushed back too soon under someone's advice and John Steele has gone, bang, you're in the squad? If you are taking off Sweeney, who we've been playing centre-half, to drop Charlie Adams back into centre-half, who's not centre-back, to then put on Boucard, who's played no minutes whatsoever, when you've got Joe Payne on the bench, who is a centre-back, what's the point of having him on the bench if you do not trust him? Fair enough, he did come on in the game a little bit later on, but if you do not trust him enough to play him, because as soon as Boucard came off injured after 5 minutes, there's another waste of a sub. So there are questions that needs to be answered. Who said Boucard was okay to make the squad for the game? If he was fit enough and he's done it himself, he hasn't warmed up, then he needs a bollocking for that. It's little things that are frustrating me and everyone else, and this is where you pick up on it. The constant watering of the pitch. The amount of players that are slipping over, it's like, we're our own worst enemy. It's like we're trying to injure our own players. The game didn't need speeding up. The game needed to be put to bed. We needed to put the ball in the back of the fucking net. That's what it needed to be done. The same thing pretty much happened with John last season, where he was rushed back too soon. And then look what happened there. Honestly, don't know what else I could say say about the game. I think we completely fucked it ourselves, not taking the chances. I just think some of the decisions that was made regarding the team was a little bit questionable. Just something is really wrong with this. I don't understand why we keep getting all these injuries. Next game, away to Wrexham. You know what to do.